just drying off in a very warm room, and I'm just waiting for the washer and the dryer to finish. That's where I got cut on my shoulder the other day. Good morning. Well, whilst we're waiting patiently for the dryer to finish, how was your evening? Mine, much better than the other ones. Finally got some sleep. The heat recently has made it so that none of us are getting any rest. Too warm during the night, it's like you can't breathe. The air is absolutely stifling. Phenomenally hot. Imagine if we get too warm as a human race. We'd never make it, would we? Not here anyway. We're not used to the heat. We are a tiny little island in the middle of the Atlantic. Storms and rain. There. Sometimes connection around this house is a joke. We're nearly there, everyone. my gorgeous. How are you? Hello, my darlings. Good morning, Ryan, my darling. Good morning to you. Mwah. How are you doing, Ryan, darling? Did you sleep well? Are you ready for another day of rock and roll with the fairy? It's warm in here, sweetheart. Ooh. Yeah, good boy. So, have you been parading last night or not? Did you have a night off? Look at me, I'm already sweating and I've only been in here 2 minutes and my eyes are dripping. Oh, is your brother home for a wee while before he goes in the army? Just wondering, I was just wondering. Is it like a bit of a party that you're going to be having for him before he finally goes? He must be very proud and very excited, but also very worried, because we live in very turbulent times. But I'm proud of him. Oh yeah, that's probably for the best. Yes, that's probably for the best, darling. We're all very proud. Look at me in this temperature, still doing loads of laundry. Oh, bye. Well, I'll be in here for a good 10 minutes, so while I feel it. Got a lot to get through today. I'm going to get all the bedding in one bag with a bit of luck. And I'll start doing the other bag, which is full of towels. And goodness knows what else. Oh, it's inside out. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? I don't know. Pillowcases are like shirts. They're like a mind of their own, and they'll just go around. They are what I call the dopey laundry. They're just sort of dopified, and they go around the washing machine and the dryer, and they turn themselves inside out all the time. quiet on here for a Monday. I thought we'd be a bit busier, but maybe it's because I'm early. Right, that's the first bag. Let's do the second. Very busy, Ryan. I kid you not. You saw what I was doing on Saturday with all the ironing. On Sunday I went and delivered it all, and then I collected all what I'm doing right now, and I started all of this last night, and I'm finishing it off this morning. But then next door, when you see it, is 2 huge piles of ironing that I've got to get through. I just don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Hello! Hello, whoever dog family is. Hello, hello, hello. It's just phenomenal, the amount of work that is flying out the door at this precise moment in time. Hello, dog family. I don't know. They just changed the name. Slightly confused. Hello, dog family, yes, but who are you? If you're new to the channel, hi. If you consider subscribing and giving us a like, we'd appreciate it. Laundry everywhere. Yeah, we don't know who dog family is, do we? We're very confused. I mean, it didn't take a lot for me to get confused, like. Not these days. I'm the one who likes horror books. That's who I am in your life. Okay, you must have just changed your name on your avatar, because I don't recognise it. Either that or it's so early in a Monday morning my brain's frazzled from being in here with all this heat and I can't think straight. Could be that. Yeah, yes you did. Okay, so give me a clue then. Who were you before? Okay. You forgot. Right. Fine. Okay. Well, that's that done. Right, we just need to turn this machine up to cool it down a touch. Another space note. There's somebody on here that claims to be called Dog Family and won't give me the name who they were before, claims I'm supposed to know who they are. I haven't a clue who they are. And I don't play games. So, you know, we're a normal channel. We treat each other with respect. And let's not wind each other up. It's way too warm for that, and I've got too much work to do to be playing games today. Right. Let's go get this in the right place. Here we are. Okie dokie. Where is my water tank? Huh? No. Hello, hello, hello. No, me neither. I would prefer it. Another space note. I don't want underage kids on here. It just says not for children. So because they're obviously so young and so immature, and there are grown-ups on here. How do we? You know, we can't be having children on this chat. What do we do? Ryan, yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with it too. Yes, I mean, I don't know who they are. They're being silly, and it's way too early, and I'm too warm in the day to be dealing with silliness like that. Yeah, thanks, bud. God, it's so wait till you see what I have next door. Ryan, it's okay, sweetheart. Whoever Dog Family was, they've gone. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, okay, Ryan, I'll talk to you in a little bit, my love. Take care and try and stay cool in the heat. Right. Today is quite the day. We have got so much work to do, it ain't funny. I've picked Betty number 1. Look at that for a system. That's an iron and a half, isn't it? And I've 3 of these bad boys. 3 that look like this. Now, that is a complete unit for an iron, isn't it? That's an iron. Yeah, that's a complete unit of an iron. Wait till you see the size of the table. I'll be back in a minute. What? Okay. This is the table. I'll be through in a minute. Yeah, a lot of the time. Yeah. Such is life. Hang on. Oh, this is so funny. What? Goodness me. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Look who's come to join us. Yes, Flea Brain. What? You moaning? What you moaning for? Eh? I'm not giving you any more breakfast. Oh, you can moan all you like, but you ain't getting any. Flea Brain, yeah. Fleeb. Yeah, that's good old Flea Brains. Come on, stand up. There we go. Stay. Oh. We're here, we're gonna do the earning. We're gonna do the earning. We're gonna do the earning and we're gonna do it now. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let's do a white t-shirt and it's gone inside out. Oh yeah, I worked all weekend. Today is just another day. Yeah, with a Y in it. At least we're all still here, right? And nobody's decided to light one up overnight. I gotta tell you, I don't know where we are on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being don't come to work tomorrow. I don't know where we are on the scale. I can't believe the news over the weekend. It's just been breathtaking. What has happened in the last 48 hours has just blown my mind. Wow. Yeah. This last 48 hours, wow. A friend of mine said, I'm glad the doomsday clock only updated. Yeah. Oh, believe me, the doomsday clock is like a fan at the moment. It's spinning round and it doesn't know where to stop. I've told you, you're not having any more breakfast. No, you're on a diet, buddy. You can only have 9 breakfasts today. Yeah, I just don't know where we are today. I did notice, I know this is a thing, right, if you like us and you do a lot of miles and whatnot. We were going around the forecourts yesterday looking for a good price for diesel, and it's getting expensive. It's expensive. It was $1.31 a week ago for diesel, right? At your local Shell garage. Now it's $1.39. God knows what it's going to be tomorrow. If you do a lot of deliveries and a lot of collections and just general, a lot of running around like I do, you're going to feel it in your pocketbook, in your wallet. And it's not just that, it's the knock-on effect of everything else. It's the cost of your energy, it's the cost of your food. It's just, I don't know where I just don't know where it's going to end. But it's just worrying times, my friends, worrying times. Go upstairs and get some breakfast. I ain't doing it. I'm busy. You can stare at me all morning. I know I'm beautiful. And you're dazzled by my radiant glory. But I am not stopping ironing just to feed you. There are other people in this house. I'm not the maid. Okay, fine. You stay there then and glare at me. Maybe it's because I called him flea brain. I have the flu death glare. It's like, oh, I'm not doing it. I have no. You can use your Jedi mind tricks on someone else. I ain't doing it. You can't make me. I ain't gonna feel guilty. Oh, hang on. It's too warm for anything else. I'm not doing it, mate. You can start by stamping his paws now. Yeah. Well, look, there are other people in the house. They love you as much as I do. Go and annoy them. Why does it have to be me? You can see I'm busy. You know I'm ironing. Yes, you understand more than you let on. Oh, if you could see the mucky look I'm getting right now. Oh, dearie Lord. That is very true. Please listen to Mr. Space Nut. He is my moderator. You. Yeah, you. You know your name. Field Marshal Bernard Law Montgomery. No more breakfast. What? I am a fairy and I do ironing. I read horror books. I love the apocalypse. Probably a little bit too much. And a rather unhealthy relationship. I love anything that is pandemic related fiction, nuclear war fiction, and anything end of the world, apocalyptic, dystopian and utopian. If it's an apocalyptic horror animal attack novel, it's just like take my money. Yeah, definitely. I'll read it because I like a good apocalyptic horror. Oh, now he's trying to be all cute and rolling around all over the floor like the town drunk that you are. Yes. Yes, he is literally rolling all over the floor like the town drunk. Just because that is considered very cute behaviour, showing me your belly, I do not want to break off what I am doing and feed you, and I will not be doing. Montague, in the word of everyone else in this house, go away. Alright, almost uniform done. Hurrah, hurrah. Good, thank you. I was just trying to ignore it because it was making me a little uncomfortable. And Monty's still rolling around on the floor like a town drunk, thinking it might induce me into feeding him, but I said no. Look, as much as I love you, Fluffy, yes, my little fluffy overlord, I am not breaking off. I can't afford the time. You've been fed by me twice already this morning. It's not like you're starving, Marvin. I don't know. I don't understand. Thank you anyway for watching over me, because it can be really distressing, and I think they do it because they know that it makes women feel uncomfortable, which is really sad. Oh, I know you are, darling. Don't worry. I understand. When I'm really tired, when I've done a full day of ironing, you know, when I start off and I'm like full of beans, well, that's usually the coffee actually. But I like got loads and loads of energy, and then towards the end of the day I go really quiet. That's because I'm absolutely flat out exhausted. If you knew how much energy it took to just physically stand here and move around and carry and do, and you know, and I'd do it for 5 hours straight, and then I wonder why I just want to go and face plant at the end of the day. Oh, before you disappear on me, I do have some good news. We are now at 916 confirmed, viewed, watched hours. How awesome is that? A little channel like ours, and we're there. You know, just to put it into some perspective, 16 months to get to 530 hours. That's 16 months to get to 530 hours. And then from the beginning of May to today's date, we're at 916. It's like night and day. It's absolutely phenomenal. There are people that like that in this. No, they would not. No, they would not. Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, they die of fright on the spot, love. They would die of fright on the spot. Us smart girls, yeah, we know a thing or two about protection, and we flock to a strong man every time. In the apocalypse, it will be no different. The women that will survive in the apocalypse are the ones that are already attached to a strong male. Yes. Will you leave that? He's starting on the suitcases. Oi, that's your final warning. Go upstairs. You're annoying me now. No, it's an absolutely, it's the one thing that in every apocalyptic book, fiction, and it's the same throughout, right? You've got your time periods, and the time period I'm most interested in is from like the 1930s right up to now, if you like. And in every book, in every trope, you will notice a pattern. If you've read as many as I have, you'll notice a pattern. And in that pattern, the woman that survives within the novel with the children is usually because she's got a strong male presence there, right? It's in every walk of life. Doesn't matter where you are, if there's a strong man, the woman and the children are safe, because they're not going to be picked on and they're not going to become prey for whatever is out there scavenging. You see it within the wildlife, in nature. It's the same. Like, think of a silverback gorilla, right? And the way he runs his tribe is no different to how a strong man is around his family and he's nurturing them. Right? It's there in nature. That's why when the balloon goes up, all people will be running around looking for a strong male to take care of them, which is why I'm married to a lovely man who is as tough as old nails. But that's the one common denominator in all apocalyptic books, pandemic books, you name it, utopian, dystopian, apocalyptic, you talk about it till the cows go home and go back out again. The reason why the white woman survives or whatever is because of the male presence. And I ain't wrong. And I'm going to have women's lips screaming at me saying, a woman can be just as strong on her own. Oh no, she can't. I'm sorry, but no. I've seen enough in this world to realise that. So I'm going to have women's lips screaming at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, I do. The one thing that I wish
No, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered today.
Oh.
Save water.
I suppose. Hold that.
That's our babe.
Okay, can I read that later?
Yeah. They're doing a walking tour on Saturday around Sorrento. Freebie.
Oh.
Do you fancy it?
Yeah. If I feel up to it, yeah. If you feel up to it, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Right, that's you.
Thank you.
No worries. Right, we'll just turn that off for a sec. Come with me. Going on a field trip. There we go. Hang on. Oh, there we go. No, I don't think I would. And one of the things that I could talk to you about oil rigs, and I will do while I'm sorting this laundry. Part and parcel of everything that my husband does, being an engineer and all, is he works for lots and lots of different companies, and they are many and varied, from water companies to chemical plants to oil rigs. You name it, he does it. And he's amazingly good at everything that he does, because obviously he's a safety engineer, and he is the type of guy that checks everything before it goes back anywhere. So we don't. You'll remember Hyper Alpha and all what happened to those men when they were out on that oil rig out in the North Sea back in the 80s, right? And the job that my husband does, bless him, is to ensure that accidents like that never ever happen again. And the loss of life that those poor men went through. Hello. And yeah, so that's what he does. Amazingly. He's a brilliant engineer. My God, he can fix anything. But then again, that's the Navy. Yes, the Piper Alpha. Yeah. And it's my husband's job to ensure that before anything goes back, he's made sure that everything's okay and no one's going to get hurt. in an incident like that ever again. Yeah, you remember it, Alan. Exactly. And that's what my husband does. He makes sure that things like that never, ever, ever, ever happen again. Right, that is the washing on. Now, somebody I saw, City. Hello, my love. Yes, I am. Oh, it's good to see you, Alan. I did. I saw the movie about Deepwater Horizon, and it was horrific. Hello, Johan. Hello, Johan. Yeah. Yes, I am. I am a Brit. Yeah. Hello, Johan. Hi. Hi. How are you doing? Yeah. I'm just saying what my husband. I'm hoping they are too. Everything's been good for go, isn't it, Alan? And you're doing good, Vixie? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Right, we've got the washing on. Let's go do some ironing. Oh. Hang on. Turn the light off. Oh. Dearie me, what has happened to my computer? Oh, that's weird. Gosh, that's strange. Huh. There we are. We have to talk about books. That's nothing. Those are videos, by the way, because I have a VHS player upstairs, because I'm old school like that. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. The one book I would run back into a burning building for. Yes, it's The Death of Grass by John Christopher. And it's very precious to me because my husband bought me that back in 2018. And it was one Christmas, and it's very precious because it's from the first ever run. It's a first edition of the first ever run, and it belonged to Samuel Ewald, the writer, also known as John Christopher. And my husband went to a private auction and bought it for me one Christmas, and because of its heritage and it's just really precious. And I would run back into a burning building for that book. I know, I can't wait to listen to that podcast. It's going to be... Oh, I don't think I've heard of that book. But, I know, I don't think I have heard of that book. There we are. So anyway, the book I've chosen, funnily enough, to talk to you all about today is Alas Babylon by Pat Frank. Now, years ago, a very famous musician called John Lennon read the entire book in one sitting, one night. And he stayed all night to read that book. And afterwards, and I quote, this is apparently what he said: if every politician across the world took the time to sit down and read this book, perhaps there would be no more need for war. And yeah, I think it's quite appropriate considering what kicked off this weekend. Oh, the poor woman. Oh, I must read that. I think I would enjoy that book. Yeah, it does look like an interesting read, doesn't it? Oh, that madman, Saddam Hussein. I'm sure I will. It's the kind of book that I would enjoy reading. But I was thinking along the lines of what has happened this weekend, right? As in, I think everybody's jaws have hit the floor regarding what's happened in the news. And I don't normally talk about political things, but I mean, it's pretty much an elephant in the room. It's massive. It's massive what's happened this weekend. And we haven't even begun to see the fallout from it. We haven't even begun to have our backsides handed to us on a plate. But rest assured, that's coming. Whether we want it or not, it's on its way. And I find that very, very worrying. So I'm thinking along the lines of a book that was written a long time ago called Alas Babylon. And I have the first edition of that book in my collection. And it's one of those books that you should read. You know, it's one in my top 100 books that you should read before you die. Is Alas Babylon. And if you don't have time to read it, I think on my playlist I may still have the audio version of it up there, and it's just so beautifully written, and it's written through the eyes of ordinary folk that are just caught up on the terrible day of days. It's quite, if you're not crying at the end of the book, you've missed the translation somewhere down the line. It's centred upon two main characters, Mark and Randy Bragg, the Bragg brothers. Mark Bragg is in the United States Air Force, and Randy, he dabbles. He's never had a serious career in his entire life. He tried politics, he's tried being a judge like his father. He just dabbles at everything in life. He's never taken anything serious in life. He's a bit of a playboy, and his latest girlfriend, Libby, and he calls her Libby Legs because that's the first thing he noticed about her. Wasn't her brilliant startling intellect, no, it was her legs. But you've got to remember, it is a book of its time, and it was written on January the 1st, 1959. So I will put a caveat in here, and I will say it's 1959 and things haven't moved on, have they really? Women are still treated like that. But it was more pronounced back then. It was a slower pace of life. The technology that we have today wasn't prevalent back then. The closest we got to communication around the world was by ham radio. Internet, no, that wasn't a thing. A telex, you could send messages by telex, and you could do a facsimile. If you don't know what those are, look them up. They were very popular. And I know how to send a telex, and I know how to use a facsimile because I was obviously taught how to do that back in the day. And that was the only way that we could get secure messages between all of us. And the ultimate happens. We're out in Florida in thought repose, and one night the world went mad, and everybody decided to light one up and throw it around and see what they did. The ultimate, they did mutually assured destruction, and everybody who was left alive had to pick up the pieces and run with it. And trying to survive, it nearly killed them. Not only are you fighting for your very next meal, or you're fighting to, just not get radiation poisoning. Things like cholera and diphtheria and typhoid, all diseases that you would think would be eradicated. Well, since we've been thrown back to the Stone Age, and the world as we know it has ended, those things are going to come back with vengeance, most furious. Things like giving birth. You're living back in the 1700s. Well, earlier than that, you've been flung back to the Stone Age. You really have to start all over again. So the chances of you reaching a very old age of like 80 years old probably isn't going to happen. You'll be born, you'll probably reach maturity around about 15, when you will be expected to have a baby, and then by the time you've reached 30 or 40 years old, you will be considered ancient, an old person, and maybe by the age of 50, you'll be popping off. 50 will probably be the maximum amount of life that you're going to have on the planet. So I've only got 6 months left, everyone. I'll see you later then. That's going back to assuming that we actually get to the age of 50. Gosh, I'll be known as the old wise woman. And that's what you're dealing with if we decide to go back to the flipping Stone Age. And with everything that happened this weekend and my jaw hitting the floor like in spectacular fashion, oh, the author's name is Jean Sasson. Oh, I'll look out for her. Oh, I will. I'll look out for that book. I like things that are, you know, not so run of the mill. Oops. Oh, no. No. I don't want green screen. Oh, sorry. That's what happens when I pick a thing up. Everybody goes for a spin round the room. Sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, what I'm just saying is, I'm just struggling with what's happened. And I'm very worried. And that's why I think it would be a good idea if many political leaders would go back to the 1st of January of 1959 and pick up this book called The Last Babylon by Pat Frank. And I know many Americans have had this book and they have studied it at length because it's part of your English literature education at school, along with Of Mice and Men and William Golding's Lord of the Flies. I'm terribly afraid we're going to go into nuclear war. I'm terribly afraid of it. I'm frightened. It frightened me as a child. It frightens me even more as an adult. When I was a child, it was only me to think about, but I'm a family now, and I worry deeply that something terrible is going to happen and I'm not going to be able to get them out of the way and protect them. And it's awful. And honestly, when you've grown up with movies like Threads and The Day After and Testament, and these are all very good nuclear war films, absolutely horrific, by the way. And you're growing up with that, and then suddenly war is springing up absolutely everywhere, and it's just wow. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. What can you do? I mean, I know it must be affecting some people, right? Because the traffic I've had over the weekend, checking out my book reviews, Brother in the Land, Down to a Sunless Sea, Children of the Dust, A Last Babylon, On the Beach by Neville Shute. All those book reviews have been well and truly thoroughly picked over this weekend. And anything that I've put up on my nuclear war playlist has also been watched. And I can honestly say, probably for good reason, because everybody else might be feeling exactly the same way I was feeling. And it's absolutely terrifying. You know, I just, wow. And I'm literally sat wondering whether or not everything is going to be all right. You know, according to the administration in America, they said everything's going to be fine, and that they've stopped their ability to make, you know, a boomstick. They've stopped them being able to do that. But, you know, there's other ways they can get at us, isn't there? Oh, I'm really cheerful today, aren't I? I think it's just the shock of everything that happened over the weekend, to be honest. I woke up at 4 o'clock yesterday morning with the news of what had happened, and I was like, my good Lord. And obviously, once you're awake with something like that, I mean, you're not really going to go back to sleep now, are you? And I'm not ashamed to say it, I'm absolutely terrified. I mean, is everything going to be all right? Have they managed to stop it? What are the repercussions going to be? Are we going to be able to sleep safely in our beds? You know, I just find it absolutely breathtaking. Some of the photographs that have been in the news, and they've flattened it. But have they flattened everything? I mean, there's no point doing... You know, it's just... I'm just stunned. And I'm speaking in behalf of so many others out there in the world. But, I mean, there must be as stunned as I am. You know, I mean, I'm used to reading nuclear war fiction. I'm morbidly obsessed with it, if I'm honest. Where I like it to stay within the realms of the pages of a book or on a movie screen. I don't want to go through that in real life, and I don't think anybody else does. You know, I think of the book's Swan Song. My goodness me, that had some traction over the weekend. It's basically about a young girl who has mythical magical powers, and she is the catalyst to repairing the world after we've decided to basically throw everything around and see what happens. And if you've not read it, I think it's one of Robert R. McCammon's greatest pieces of literature. I really do. It is a phenomenal book. But again, it's all about nuclear war. And it's a epic battle between God and the devil. with Susan Wonder being the Christ child. And the man with the scarlet eye is the devil. And God, of course, is all around us in the omnipresent invisible being, but he's all around us. And we have the illusion of free will. And it's quite the epic battle. If you've not read it, or you want to check out any of my reviews, like so many of you have been doing over the weekend, I thank you very much for coming along and supporting the channel as much as you have been doing. It's been lovely. It really has. We really, really appreciate it, because every time you're watching a video and every time you're sending a like, or every time you're tuning into when we're doing a live, it's just lovely of you. It really is. It's so supported. But I thought, we'd use today really to talk about what's happening out there. And, we'd discuss it like civilized human beings while I do the ironing. And tell me how you're feeling about it. That's what the channel's for. We talk about everything that's relevant. As I say, I don't normally do actual political, real life things. I tend to talk about it through books, but I think given the state of things, let's talk. Let's be adults. Let's talk about it. We could be actually facing a real life end of the world as we know it. And as much as, like I said to another space note earlier, as much as I advocate for women's lib and everything else, and women having equal opportunities and stuff, what we forget more than anything sometimes, and both sexes are guilty of this, is that we forget that we are yin and yang. We fit together for a reason, right? Without man, there is no woman, and without woman, there is no man. And we need to get back to realizing that we're not here to compete against each other. We're here to complete each other. When it's not competing, we are completing, right? We're supposed to be the support network for both, right? A woman will pour her love into her man and her children and build a life accordingly. And the same goes for the man. He will pour his love into the woman and the children that he is raising. Right? And he usually is a very protective man of his family. And women, we want, right, if we are honest with ourselves,
We want to be protected, right? We want a life where we know we're going to be okay. We want to be provided for, like, you know, don't deny it, girls. You know that's what you want. You want a nice home. You want food on the table. You want to know the bills are being paid. And ain't that the truth? And then you know what you like. You want to feel secure. You want to know that your children are being cared for. You want the love of a good woman, right? You want to come home to a nice home. You want your cave okay, right? That's what you're after. An okay cave with Mrs. Cave person and the little cavelets running around, right? Don't give me that I'm okay, I want to be on my own, I don't need a woman. Oh yes, you do. And all women, we all want a nice strong man. Oh yes, we do. We want to know that when we go to sleep in our little caves at night, that we are safe. And in times that we're going through right now, I look at the books that I've read over the years that I've been on this planet. I mean, you know, a classic, right? I haven't even wanted to mention this one, but James Herbert, Domain, right? The third installment in the Rat trilogy is all about London getting nuked by China. And giant mutant killer rats. If you didn't think being hit by a nuclear bomb was bad enough, oh no. It got even worse. What could be worse than a nuclear bomb? Rats. Giant mutant killer rats that have a penchant for human flesh, and they're running around the streets of London picking off any unlucky survivor. And I say that you're an unlucky survivor because you really wanted to go off in the bomb and not being having to face these little ratty loos that are galloping around at a rate of knots. You know, but that's fiction, right? And it's great fiction, don't get me wrong. I adore James Herbert's The Rats. Hello, you're back again, are you? You've already had breakfast, I can tell. Oh, you've just come in here to turn your back on me. Oh, it's flea brain. Yeah, you. Stink bug. I love you. Even though you're annoyed that aren't me, I do love you. I mean, it's the ultimate government-run programme, isn't it, right? There we are. London's just been lit up like a Christmas tree. You're trying to survive and not get radiation poisoning, and all of a sudden, millions of rats are running down the street and they're looking at you and yelling dinner time. If you're not terrified by that, and if you've not read Domain, do yourself a favour. It's on audiobook somewhere out there if you don't fancy reading it. If ever a movie should have been made, right, The Rats, The Lair should have been made into movies. They tried Deadly Eyes with the rats, and they did a made-for-TV movie starring Madeleine Madkin, on the rats, but I'm just saying, with Quentin Tarantino, if you're not busy and you fancy having a go, would you mind awfully turning The Rats, The Lair and Domain into movies, please? Yeah, I know, Monty. Could you imagine if Quentin Tarantino actually got hold of James Herbert's books and made them into movies? I don't think anyone in the world would sleep again. But I just think they'd be so good. Giant man-eating rats. Ooh. Yeah, definitely. Give me some of that. But I like it, like I said, in the form of a novel. I wouldn't want to see him in real life. I wouldn't want to see them in real life. No siree. Deary goodness. Deary goodness. Come on. Mucky, mucky, mucky. So, you know, I mean, like I say, as I was saying earlier, in all, the common denominator in all books that have been written since the 1940s, 1930s, earlier than that, right up to modern day, is that all contain the same formulaic pattern. The ones that survive within the pages of the book are the ones that the female attaches herself to a strong male, and thus ensuring that her children live, and so does she. And it's the same on the pages of fictional books as it is in real life. Just look and look at nature. Look at a silverback gorilla. How he takes care of the children and his partner, right? That's why other male silverbacks, you know, they'll challenge him, but if he's strong enough, they will not get his woman and they will not get his kids. And, you know, it's a prime example. I love silverback gorillas. You know, they are the most caring fathers within the animal kingdom towards their young. They absolutely adore them. They let them go so far, and it's like, you know, the look that a dad gives when the toddler's just gone far enough, and it's like the look of exasperation and the eyeballing the missus as if to say, come on, take the child now, I've had enough. You know that look. You've all done it. Well, all of you that are fathers have all looked at your partner, your wife, and said, love, help me, I'm drowning here. But they are excellent fathers. They do that nurturing guidance that so many of our teenage boys need from. They need a strong, teenage boys, right, need a strong male presence in their lives to give them the guidance that they need to become a good young man that can go out there into the world and find himself, his partner, and be able to raise his brood, his children. And it all starts with proper parenting and the family unit. And the family unit is very, very important. It really is, because you're making decisions raising your children that are going to affect the way that they raise and act and bring up the next generation. And the family unit, sometimes I feel as though it's permanently under attack. You know, we're doing our best to raise our children, and sometimes in a very unstable environment. And the key is, as long as mum and dad are there and they're a constant and they love each other and they pour their love out into their children and they give their children the most stable of environments to thrive, then I see hope for the next generation. But if the family unit is being attacked all the time, it's not good for stress and strain. You know, if you're living constantly under pressure, under strain, eventually something's going to go pop. And that's not nice. I've seen what happens when you're living constantly under stress and strain. And it's not good. And I worry. I'm not saying we should go back to the 1950s and women should be completely subservient to their husbands. I'm not saying that, because both of you have a voice, right? And you've got to make that work together. You've got to complement each other. You're not in competition. You're complementing both of you, right? If you love each other, and you love each other enough, you'll make it work. And you'll pour your love out into your children. And you'll bring them up in a stable environment where all the chaos is going on around you. Your kids are going to be alright. They're going to be your one constant, because you're making sure that they're alright. You're keeping yourselves together. You're wrapping your arms around each other. And hopefully you're protecting each other from everything else that's flying around out there. Hopefully not ICBMs. And it's times like this that you should have a plan, just in case something goes a bit wrong. Do you know where your family is? Do you have a rendezvous, a meeting up point? If they can't get there, do you have a way of getting to wherever they are? You know, it's these little things that you got to think about. Just have them in the back of your mind. Make sure everybody's got something, just in case they need it. You know, like a little bag with things in that might be really useful. And make sure that every member in the family has got one. You know, along with that, lots of other bits and bobs, and maybe you've got a safe place that you can all go and sit in while you know, chaos reigns outdoors. That's a good idea. Because I just don't know. You just don't know what is going to be heading our way. It's like that Ray Bradbury one, something wicked this way comes. Which actually comes from Shakespeare. The bard was a poet and he didn't even know it. You know, it's just have a little chat, I guess, with your family when you get the opportunity, and casually mention little bits and pieces so nobody's completely freaked out. Sleeve on that one. Oh, collars. Come on. Squish down, you. I wonder what time I'll be done today. Probably about 2 this afternoon. No doubt. Thanks, dear.
Thanks.
Thank you. She did tell me.
Smelly stuff, look at it.
Mmm. Nice.
Gee. Good pass.
There we are. Warm in here today. Yeah, so having a plan is better than having no plan, right? And having bits and bobs around as something to, you know, in case of emergencies, break glass. Where have you heard that before? Right, in this house it's normally known as in case of emergencies, break gas. Very immature, aren't they?
one more in this bag and then this bag's done. Rock on. Now I've got one more bag to do, everyone. After that, one more bag. Yes. Because ironing in this heat is no joke. I wonder if it's stopped raining yet. I think the washer's getting to the end of its first cycle. Hang on. Yep. Come here, you little thing, you. Come on. Nice and flat. That's what does it. There. You just want a nice, neat little finish. Oops. Naughty. There's better. Right, that was good. One more item and this bag's finished. So yeah, tell me, what are your thoughts on what's happened? Are you worried that we're going to be going up in a cloud of snow? Or do you think we'll be alright? Have you worked out a plan for your family? Do you think there's any point in trying to survive something like that? Do you think what I'm talking about being a family unit is rubbish? What are your opinions? the way, if you want to, please do consider subscribing, and do consider giving us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We would appreciate it. I'd love to see a few more thumbs ups on here. I really would. It means that we're doing well and we're reaching people. We'd really appreciate it. It does help us with the algorithm. I think Betty's trying to tell me I'm out of water, Mama. Ooh, that's a sneaky little back blast of steam on my fingers. Ow! If you've never read the book Down to a Sunless Sea by David Graham, it's about a bunch of survivors that are stuck on a 747 that has just left John F. Kennedy in New York and is currently flying en route to Heathrow in London. When they decide that's the night that we're going to light everything up, and Captain Jonas Scott has to survive and manage to try and find somewhere to land his plane with everyone alive still on board. And everything is chaotic. There are thousands of aeroplanes all in the sky flying around. And everybody wants to try and land anywhere. And it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And poor Jonas Scott has got to make decisions, and he has to try and land his aeroplane at Funchal Airport, which is out in the Azores. And the poor lad, it's like, will he make it? And, you know, will anyone else make it? Because we're not just talking about nuclear bombs going off, we're talking about atomic bombs going off. And, oh, horrendous. Excellent book though, Down to a Sunless Sea. If you haven't read it, and you like edge of your seat drama, again, there we are, Captain Jonas Scott, strong male, in charge of everybody else that's on board his flight, and it's for him to get to the plane to safety. All those women and children on board, all those orphan children, they're all looking to him as the great saviour. And he is, and he's amazing. Gosh, if I was on a flight where something like that had gone on, I'd want Captain Jonas Scott being my pilot. It's one of those books that immerses you so much you actually feel like you're there, living it. He's such a good writer, is David Graham. He died in 2012, I think. wonderful writer. That's the first bag done. Empty. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Oh, ouch. Stiff old back. Not good. Don't know what this one's going to be, but I'm not writing my last will and testament. I'm literally just writing an entire list for customers. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's correct. Sometimes I worry about the way I remember stuff. And then I say, you know what, if it doesn't turn out quite the way you thought it did, well, that's life, ain't it? And there's no arguing with that. There we go. I'll put that one there. Okay. Awesome. No, I thought I got black ink all down my hand and I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to go wash. Right, I will be back in 2 minutes.
I've made an executive business decision. We're having jelly babies. I'm not going to eat the lot. I can promise you that. I'm going to have a couple. Because, you know, I'm just saying. If you want to know what fuels the fairy, jelly babies, don't you? Oh yeah. You've got to have some treats in life. I'm just saying. And, you know, don't feel guilty about it. Right? Jelly babies are good. They're part of my 5 a day. Think of all the fruit juice that's in there. And it's sugar-free. Keep telling myself this. I think they're part of your everyday food group. Now, why did you not print, you little sod? Oh, don't you dare. All right, I'm pulling out your brain socket. That'll teach you. Come on. Oh, it's just being naughty now. Right. Give it a chance to reset. It doesn't do it all the time, but when it does decide to be an absolute asshole, and it like it's been right now. Come on. You evil little shite. Okay, what's wrong with you? No, you're working. Oh, now you decide to talk to me. I'll do more than rip your brain cells out next time. Yeah, you really know. Do you know, I think my computer and the printer sometimes get together and they just run on sarcasm. It's like, we haven't even begun to mess your day up, lady, but boy, oh boy, we're working on it. I must have asked it to print about 9 times. We're going to get the same invoice 9 times. You watch it. You just watch it. Yeah.
Try me. Oh, not you again. Not you again. Mate, we've already had this discussion. I'm not doing it. Right, I love you. You are my favourite furry prince. But I am not giving you any more snackies. I always pose a very worried face when I use the shredder. I'm not using it on you. I'm not using it on you, buddy. Let's see. This is what I have to put up with on a daily basis. You. Yes, you. Coming in here and arguing the point that you say I deserve snackies and I deserve them right now. You shouldn't be in my office when I'm working. But do you know you can't read? No. There's a sign on the door that says no Monty's allowed. But does Monty know? Because Monty cannot read. You can't, can you? What? You are a flea brain, the flea brain of my dreams. I cannot be without you, my little flea brain. I love you so, you do my head in. I can't be without you, oh little flea brain. Can't you go and find someone else to annoy? Go on, you know you want to, 'cause you're a pain in the booty. We're out of stickers, we ran out of stickers. We're gonna have to make some stickers. Oh, don't you bloody well dare! Oh, that's it. You and I are falling out. There we are. Come on, do your magic. Not you, the printer. Monty does. Okay, what magic do you want? Come on. You know, absolute sugar today this is. I swear to God, you are doing my crust, right? I'm just walking away from you. You can sort your attitude out. I'm talking to you. Printers. Computers. Right? Hewlett-Packard.
I want to get them and cuddle them gently by the neck. And at this point, I'm trying to do my job. Is there any part of this today that is going to go right? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm in here, screaming at the four walls. This is part of the bunker that we're in at the moment. We're underground. We're 6 foot under. I am surrounded on all sides by earth. Above us, that way, is the garden. And as I say, right now, if a bomb went off, I would not know about it because I'm in a room that's completely hermetically sealed off. It happens to be the utility room. And next door is the ironing room and my office. And all of downstairs can be sealed off, which is amazing. And it was designed that way. Because I think my husband knows how absolutely paranoid I am about nuclear war. So there you are. That's something you didn't know about me, isn't it? In a minute now, you're going to go ping, and I'm going to be able to empty you. Oh, put the dehumidifier on. Oh well, we are 2 hours and 12 minutes into this live, and I've got another 2 hours ahead of me. Thank goodness for jelly babies, is all I can say. Oh, and whoever's given me the thumbs ups, darlings, thank you very, very much. I truly appreciate your watching, being here, taking part. If you want, please subscribe. We're a good family. We're very, how can I put it? We are a traditional family. We are in every sense. We are a unit. What a unit we are. If you ever wondered how we ended up doing what we're doing and where we're going, check out Survive, Thrive, Repeat. That will tell you all you need to know about this family. Because we are survivors. In the greatest sense of, you can throw your worst. Do your worst. You can't break this family. And that tells you a little bit about us. And it's called Survive, Thrive, Repeat. And it's in one of my long form videos. Laundry. There we are. Next load. Wire hanger shot off the rail in the office and sliced me straight across the top of my arm. Blood splurting everywhere. Just thought you might like to know. loaded the day on. I'm not feeding her. Oh, what is wrong with you now? E4? What on earth does E4 mean? Oh, he's having a right dicky fit. Right, what's wrong with you, moody bugger? There's something bothering. Oh, you've got a piece of paper jammed in you, you stupid sod. Oh, God almighty. Right, take that out. Is there a button on this that I can get that? Flipping. Oh, the word you want to use, Sarah. My girl. Oh, come here. Oh. I've emptied you. Right. Whatever it is that was annoying you. Why is it? Was it because it was a Monday? You just want to be an asshole. My printer eats paper. Just try me. Don't go there, right? Just do your job. Right, do what I pay you to do. And get on with it. Oh, the 2 jelly babies, a mouthful now. Get on with it. You're insane. That was from a week ago that I had to print that bit. I'm literally making bedding here for bloody hamsters. Well, that was more stressful than it needed to be. Just go away. I'm not joking. Mommy doesn't love you anymore. And she thinks you smell. Why are you all over me today? Huh?
I'm not feeding you. Go outside, go play, go find someone else. Go on. Go. Yes. Go. Just a bit. He's giving it death stare.
Yeah. So he thinks I'm going to do it. What did I do with it? Oh. Okay. Water. I'm just going to flip you around so you can see something. Wow. Well, isn't that a cheery headline? I know, right? Isn't that a cheery headline? And you see, this is what you worry about. Not making it up, guys. We're heading to hell in a handcart. Happy days are all around. Oh, we're up to 7 thumbs up. Thank you very much. I don't know. We're going to hell. Oh, we are going to hell. Aren't we lucky? Well, we've got one more bag to get through. Lucky us. Very delicate material, this one. So I have to be rather careful. Just concentrate. Nice though. Nice brand. It's the Pajama Company. Oh, ouch. That was my side. It's a nice pajama company called Push. They're a lovely company. Nice quality pajamas. So yeah, tell me, what are your thoughts on what's going on? Can't be easy. I mean, you know, yesterday was a jaw hit the floor moment. It must have been because, as I say, people have been checking out my long-form videos and my nuclear war section. Do you think we'll go to nuclear war? Do you think we're already in World War III?
know it's a cheery subject for a Monday morning, but we might as well have the conversation now while we're all still here, present, and able to do so. And I'm genuinely interested in your opinions. And also what your opinions are on traditional family values and traditional families. I know I'm very old-fashioned. But that's me, and it's the era that I come from. Anyway, I'll be around for the next couple of hours, so if you want to chat, you know where I am. Oh, yes. So it is. Oh, that has surprised me. There we are. I'm going to teach you all how to do a fitted sheet. I suppose when everything's as chaotic as it is, it's actually quite therapeutic watching somebody do something as mundane as ironing. Which I bless you all. Thank you for watching. If you've subscribed, send me a love heart or something so that I know that you've subscribed. That would be nice. I'll just send any sign really that you've subscribed, and I thank you for doing so. Are you all at work and you can't talk? You're all very, very quiet today. One good thing that would be really useful if you have a member of your family that is on medication is make sure you've got a few months worth stocked behind you, if you can, if it's possible. Because if something's going to go wrong, that'll be the one thing that you'll need that you can't get. I'm just saying. My husband has a problem with his heart and needs medication daily. And it's going to be one of those things that if we don't have it, it's not going to be very good. So yeah, medication, tinned food, water, and other various bits and bobs that you'll need, like dried foods like pasta and rice. Absolutely necessary. No, you're not going to get very far without your medication and your food and your water. In fact, the reason why most people ain't going to make it is the fact that they haven't got enough stored up behind them. I'm just saying, it's one of the saddest things in the world, but you need to start putting a little aside for your family, for hard times. You know, whether that be medication or food, water, general stuff that you need. Day-to-day running. Just have that little backup behind you. I mean, what happens if one of you or your partner loses a job? You know, and you've got to spend your money on your mortgage and that, and and you haven't got any more money coming in, but you need to keep a roof over your head. But if you've got a little bit of food stacked up, at least you don't have the pressure and worry of, you know, feeding the family whilst you're out of work. Absolutely imperative that you've got something stacked up behind you, so your backup plan. And as I say, have a plan, an actual plan about how you're all going to meet up, you know. Ace, that's heavy. Pillowcases next. $11 $11.09 actually. And when it gets to 11:11, everyone make a wish. It's a special time of day. It's 11:11. Let's get the other one. Oh, it's not inside. No, it is inside out. Of course it's inside out. That's all it ever is inside out. have something set up for hygiene as well, you know, because you're still going to need things like the loo and somewhere to wash your dishes and all that, and everything goes wrong. You know, very stressful really, isn't it, planning for all of that? You know, you've got so much to think about. And of course, with you being the parents, it doesn't matter how old your kids are, they're still looking at you as though you've got all the answers. What answer can we give? Other than, well, yeah, we're going to do his best. That's all you ever can do, really, isn't it? Hope that you survive.